You're watching Pulse for the 18th or 19th of October, and it's time for some World of Warcraft news. In this week's episode, we take a look at the fact that BlizzCon is just around the corner, yet more patch 4.3 news and updates. Yes, those won't be stopping anytime soon. Hallows End that has in fact hit the live servers, and the hottest chicks to ever play World of Warcraft. All of that and more. Let's get started. Now, before heading into the World of Warcraft news, I thought I'd just mention that BlizzCon 2011 does in fact begin this week. So if you aren't already familiar with BlizzCon, it's Blizzard Entertainment's 2-day gaming festival, and it starts this Friday, October the 21st, at the Anaheim Convention Center in California. At BlizzCon this year, Blizzard will probably be showing off a lot of World of Warcraft stuff, probably mostly relating to patch 4.3 and the new raids, instances, and other goodies coming with it. There will obviously be some StarCraft Horror the Swarm action there, along with Diablo 3. While it is pretty much impossible to tell you all about everything they're going to be covering there, I can tell you that you don't have to be there in person to enjoy it. You can obviously pick up that BlizzCon virtual ticket and watch it all live from the comfort of your own home. So for those of you that know about it and are planning to watch as much as you can this weekend, what are you most excited for? I'm probably most excited for the Diablo 3 stuff, but I'm also really keen to see what they've got to show off with Cataclysm and Heart of the Swarm. You never know with Blizzard, they might have something super cool up their sleeves. So you can check the links below for more BlizzCon information, and I will mention a couple of other posts in the smalls later on in this episode. Be sure to catch it live if you can, and if you can't, I will be doing a lot of coverage for it on my channel, so just keep checking back here for more on that. Now, heading into the World of Warcraft news, we're going to start with the patch 4.3 PTR news and updates. Now, two big-ish patches have hit the PTR, one on October the 13th and one on October the 18th. In the October 13th patch, it was mostly just balance stuff. There were a couple of big Warlock and Warrior changes, and there was an interesting change to Guardian Spirit. In the October 18th patch, one change really did stand out. Dragon Wrath, Tarakosa's Rest has been nerfed. Now, while a lot of people are saying that they expected it, it is pretty much what Blizzard did with the previous legendary, the Hammer of Ancient Kings. It is still an incredible item though, and I don't see that changing anytime soon. There were obviously lots of other balance changes, bug fixes, and all that stuff. And I suppose what got people the most excited was that Dragon Soul is now open for testing. At the moment, I think only the 10-man version of the raid is up, and it's only for limited times. There's a schedule that you can check out over on the PTR forums, so if you want to test that out, perhaps with your guild or just with random people on the server, you gotta check that schedule out first. You can obviously find links below to a bunch of videos of the bosses in Dragon Soul being done. You can check the drops out that are in the raid. You can see previews of the raid from both MMO Champion and Wowhead, and for those new 5-man dungeons there's a ton of content too, yes, for all three of them. So if you are interested, you better check the links below for the full patch notes. Now, in a couple of patch 4.3 extras, as there always are, you can have a look at a couple of spell animation changes, Dark Moon Fair items, epic gem patterns, and much more. I guess there's nothing as cool as that golden dragon pet we saw last week, but hey, there are a couple of extras and you can find them all linked below. Once again, Hallows End approaches, promising tricks, treats, and triumphs for boys and ghouls all across Azeroth. Yes, I couldn't help myself, I absolutely love these posts that Blizzard make. Anyway, Hallows End has begun and there is a ton of stuff to do, as there always is. You can go for those achievements, collect those vanity pets, of which there are a couple of new ones this year. I know there's a feline familiar, a creepy crate, and a few of the favorites like the sinister squashling are also back. This event is running from October the 18th till October the 31st, and Wowhead does, as they do every year, have a pretty impressive guide up. Check the links below for all the Hallows End information I've managed to find, all the new stuff that they have this year, and more. Enjoy. Oh, and for those of you that are still trying to get that pesky mask achievement, apparently masks are now sold by vendors. Yes, that does make it a lot easier. Now, before heading into the smalls, we have something special to have a look at, and I'm sure all the guys out there are going to appreciate this one. Panzer from over at Trade Chat has had a look at the top 10 hottest girls to ever play World of WarCraft. I will tell you now, there are a couple of really big names on here, such as Mila Kunis, Cameron Diaz, Mia Rose, who I think you all probably already know from Athene's videos, and the always lovely Felicia Day. There are others, but I'm not going to spoil it all for you, so you'd best check this out and find out for yourselves who's at number 1. I didn't really expect the person that took the top spot to take it, but after thinking about it for a moment or two, it does make perfect sense. So you can check the video out right here on YouTube and enjoy. With all of that done, let's head on over to the World of WarCraft Smalls. First up, over at the official site, there are some art gallery updates to have a look at, 3 of them to be precise. You can have a look at the latest leaders of the Alliance and Horde post, this one featuring Varian Rin. Then a couple of BlizzCon related posts. If you didn't know yet, you can find out what the Global Battle.net Invitational is. You can meet the competitors for the World of Warcraft section of said tournament. You can read about the BlizzCon artist stage. You can have a look at another BlizzCon 2010 costume, this one Illidan Stormrage, and I suggest you do because then you'll have something to compare this year's costumes to. A new video by WoW Krendor, should I resub to WoW? And that was pretty funny. You can check an inexperienced hunter out that actually solo killed Atramedes. And I'll tell you now, the hunter wasn't actually that inexperienced. But anyway, have a look at that right here on YouTube. There's a new guide up from the guys over at Wowhead. This one to all the legendary weapons in World of Warcraft. And lastly, have a look at some Firelands changes, impact updates. Sadly, that's all I have for you in the World of Warcraft news. BlizzCon is just around the corner though, and I'm sure we're going to get a ton of interesting stuff from that. So, remember to like the video, favorite it, share it with your friends, and subscribe. Check the links below for everything I spoke about this week, and most importantly, happy hot chicks playing WoW.